Elders are probably the most neglected life stage of all. The Sims 3 had some really good content for Elders, but I just don't feel like there was enough of it. The Sims 4, on the other hand, seems to have completely forgotten that Elders exist as a separate life stage. Today, I'm comparing Elders in The Sims 2 versus The Sims 3 versus The Sims 4. Let's look at how this life stage plays out in each of the games. In the original Sims game, Elders didn't exist. Sims didn't age beyond babies aging up to children, and the only life stages we had were baby, child, and adult. There were skins for the face and body that could make your Sims appear like Elders, but they were still just technically adult Sims who could still have children. Elders as we know them today were introduced in The Sims 2. As you can see here, Elders had gray hair. When they aged up from adults, their hair automatically turned gray, no matter what their original hair color was. Even if we choose black, brown, or blonde, all of the hairstyles will still be gray. The only way to give Elders a non-gray hair in The Sims 2 would be to download a custom hair that's not gray and put it on them. Elders also had wrinkles on their faces and a slightly hunched over posture. If you have the Nightlife expansion pack, Elders were considered to have gray hair for chemistry purposes, even if they had custom hair that wasn't gray. Elders also had fewer clothing options available to them, and they had clothing and outfits that were not available to other life stages, like these. I really liked it whenever the Elders had their own clothing. Although they can wear some of the same clothing as adults, for the most part, they have their own stuff. In Create-A-Sim, it's possible to create a household of only Elders. But if we add in a child, teen, or toddler Sim, we'll be required to also have an adult Sim in the family. If you try to create a family with just Elders and children, you will get a message that you must create an adult Sim. I'm not exactly sure why this is. Maybe it has something to do with the family trees, but once you add an adult to the household, then you can link all of the Sims together in the family tree like so. This makes it difficult to create families of just grandparents and grandchildren only. Your only option is really to create an adult Sim and then kill them off in the game, or create your intended Elders as adults and then force them to age up once you get into the game. When an Elder reaches the end of their life stage, they die of old age. So in The Sims 2, we saw death from old age for the first time. The length of the Elder life stage varies though, depending on a couple different factors. All Elders start out with a base of 10 days. Then a random number from 1 to 10 is added to that 10 days. This is completely random and there's no way you can influence this as the player. In addition to the base and the random number of days, next aspiration is taken into account. When your Sim ages from adult to Elder, if their aspiration meter is in platinum, like Mortimer's is here, they will gain an extra 10 days of life. If their aspiration meter's in the gold, they'll get 7 days and 3 days for green. If it's in the red, they will get no additional days added onto their lifespan. If it's in the bottom red, they will have 2 days subtracted from their lifespan. This makes the shortest amount of time an Elder could possibly live 9 days, and the maximum lifespan would be 30 days. The age bar for Elders doesn't show how many days are remaining in their life, instead it shows how many days they've lived. Mortimer here was 56 days old when I started playing his household. The number of days lived also doesn't show days added by drinking the elixir of life, drinking from the cow plant, using the give me a long life wish from the genie lamp if you have the free time expansion, or the time that was spent in college. In order to see the true number of days that your Elder Sim has lived, you'll have to go into SimPE. In The Sims 2, Elders also have a couple of special features that are only available to them. If two Sims were married as adults, they can throw a special party called a golden anniversary party to celebrate their marriage. They can just click on any phone and throw a party like they would any other party, but now they'll have this option for anniversary. Celebrating a golden anniversary can also be a lifetime want for family Sims. Sims who have jobs upon aging up to Elders can either keep their full-time career or they can retire and receive a pension. Only Elders are able to retire. Retiring can be a major want for Sims in The Sims 2, so sometimes it can be beneficial to have them retire, although their pay will be reduced. To retire, Sims just go to any phone and call up their work, Olive here is going to retire from her job. She's currently making 1,400 simoleons 3 days a week as a professional party guest, which is the top of the slacker career. Once she retires, she will now be making 300 simoleons per day every single day. A retired Sim's weekly pension is half of the salary they were making before, and they get 1/7 of that every single day. Elders who retire will no longer be able to get a full-time job like they could as adults. They'll just be restricted to part-time jobs. Elder Sims who take part-time jobs will still continue to get their pension in addition to whatever pay they get from the part-time career. Olive is going to take a job in the science career track. Olive now has a second tab on her jobs panel that shows the information for her part-time job in addition to the retirement panel that shows her current pension. Elders cannot retire from part-time jobs. They can only retire if they already had a full-time job at the time that they aged up. Another cool thing about elders in The Sims 2 is that when they die of old age or whatever they die of, if they were in platinum, like Olive was here, if they had a platinum aspiration, they will get a special tombstone or urn that shows their aspiration on it. Olive was a knowledge sim, so here is her urn with her knowledge aspiration in gold. And if we take the urn outside, it becomes a tombstone that has her special aspiration in gold on it. And this differs from the just generic tombstone that most Sims are given. Elder female Sims cannot get pregnant in The Sims 2, and that's the same in all the games unless you have mods to enable it. Yeah, Coral is currently sitting on the toilet. I was trying to hide it. Sorry. Elder male Sims, though, can still impregnate young adult and adult Sims. And although it is possible for male Sims to get pregnant in The Sims 2 through alien abduction, this does not apply to elder males. In The Sims 2, there are several NPC types that always spawn as elders. These include nannies, repairmen and repairwomen, matchmakers, obedience trainers for pets, butlers, cafeteria chefs, hostesses and cooks for restaurants, human statues, professors, and coaches. So that's pretty much all there is to elders in The Sims 2. Let's head over to The Sims 3 and see how things have improved. So elders make a return in The Sims 3, obviously, and although they share some things in common with The Sims 2 elders, they have been much improved in The Sims 3, especially if you have the Generations pack. In The Sims 3, elders have gray hair. Once they age up to elder, their hair automatically turns gray, but in The Sims 3, you can dye your elder's hair any color that you want by using the change appearance interaction from the mirror or a dresser. Once they're in Create a Sim, just choose any hair color and it will dye their hair that color, but by default it always turns gray. They also have some slight wrinkles on their face. They have a bit of a hunched over posture, and like in The Sims 2, they have a smaller variety of clothing available to them. They can wear many of the clothes that adult Sims wear, but they do have a few items that are exclusive just to elders, like this hideous jacket right here. And of course, elder is the final life stage before Sims pass away. Unlike other life stages and similarly to The Sims 2, the elder life stage varies in its length. The aging bar for elders once again shows how many days they've actually lived, not how many days are remaining. So on the normal lifespan setting, elders always live to at least 90 days old, and the elder stage lasts for 16 days minimum. But elder Sims with a vegetarian trait will have more time added, as will those who have completed the Marathon Runner Challenge at some point in their lives. Eating ambrosia is another way to technically increase lifespan, but this doesn't just apply to elders, this is for all Sims. Ambrosia is a very difficult to make dish in the game, and when a Sim consumes it, it resets their life all the way back to the first day of that life stage. Just like in The Sims 2, elders can retire from their jobs in The Sims 3. Buster here is a retired starter in the professional sports career, making 200 simoleons a day from his pension. Bessie is retired from the music career, making 160 simoleons a day. The pensions in The Sims 3 are extremely reduced from the amount of money the Sim would be making if they continued working. Upon aging up to an elder, Sims will usually get a wish to retire pretty quickly after the age up, but it's up to the player if they want their Sims to keep working or not. Unlike in The Sims 2, elders in The Sims 3 can now join any full-time career, and they're no longer restricted to just part-time careers, although they can get a part-time career if you choose. But if they retire once and then get another full-time job, they can't retire from that second job again. They can only retire once. In The Sims 3, elders have some really cool interactions that only they can do. First of all, elders are the only Sims in the game who can write historical books. And the Generation expansion pack adds some new interactions just for elders. One of those is a friendly interaction called Reminisce About, and they can reminisce about their childhood, love life, music, school, or the good old days. This is a really cute interaction. An elder who has grandchildren can boast about them by pulling out pictures and showing another Sim pictures of their grandkids. It's really cute. And finally, my favorite thing for elders in The Sims 3 is that they can now use a walking cane. If you purchase one from the catalog and put it in their inventory, you can click on it and choose Start Using Cane, and you can set their walk style. So there are two different walk styles. You can use the geriatric gait or the Southern Gentleman. So I'm going to choose Start Using Cane. And now when Herb walks, he will start using the cane. Okay, Herb, walk, move along. When standing, they might twirl the cane sometimes. It's really cute. So here's the geriatric gait. It kind of depicts a more frail, elderly type of Sim. But if we change this to the Southern Gentleman, he'll have a more confident, upright walk with his cane. I really love that little touch for elder Sims in The Sims 3. Once again, elder females, of course, can no longer become pregnant, but male elders can still impregnate young adult and adult Sims. But unlike The Sims 2, elder males in The Sims 3 can become pregnant from alien abduction for the first time. So you can still have alien babies even whenever your Sims are elders if you wanted to have a biological child. So that's all there is for elders in The Sims 3. Let's head over to The Sims 4 and see how things have changed. I can't really say improved, but definitely changed. Elders in The Sims 4 are somewhat similar to the elders in the previous games, but without the extra content of The Sims 3 Generations, and without any of the special features or interactions in the previous games. When an adult Sim ages to an elder in The Sims 4, their hair turns gray automatically, although this can be changed by taking them into Create a Sim from a dresser or a mirror. Unlike in The Sims 2 and 3, however, elders wear the same clothing as adults and young adults. There's no difference in clothing. All the clothing in the game is available for teens, adults, young adults, and elders. This is kind of one of my little annoyances with The Sims 4. I really enjoyed having separate clothing for teens and elders that was different from the adult clothing. The Sims 2 did that very well. The Sims 3 also had separate clothing for elders and teens, but The Sims 4, we just have all the same clothes for all the life stages. Children and toddlers have their own clothing, but teen and up all share. Unlike The Sims 2 and 3, when it comes to Create a Sim, elders can actually be set as the parent or child of another elder Sim. This allows you to create more complex family structures like great-grandparents, but unfortunately, because there is no designation for great-grandchildren or great-grandparents, these relationships will just be classified as a household member. So for example, I have created 4 generations here. My original Sim, her daughter, her daughter's son, her daughter's son's daughter. Is that confusing? I can set father and as far back as grandmother, but there's no designation for great grandmother. So there's a bit more flexibility, but also more restriction, which seems to happen a lot with The Sims 4. I'm hoping that maybe if we get some sort of Generations expansion, they can give us some more options and Create a Sim for great grandparents and great grandchildren. But right now we don't have that. They do have some wrinkles on their face whenever they age up. Here's Dennis Kim looking quite sad about something. I don't know what that expression is, but you can see his wrinkles there. Elders perform tasks at slower speeds than younger Sims in The Sims 4, which is pretty cool. But they can also become dangerously exhausted from doing strenuous tasks like fitness and woohoo. I just had Dennis Kim do a workout in front of the TV, and now he has the dangerously tired from strenuous activity moodlet. Elders don't have the stamina they used to, and at the moment, Dennis is exhausted. Continuous strenuous activity could be fatal right now. So you can kill off your Elder Sims if you have them continue to do strenuous activities. Now, in an attempt to show you what happens if you have your Sim continue doing strenuous activity after they're dangerously tired, I'm gonna have him woohoo with Vivian Lewis. Not because I'm some weird psycho who wants to kill my Sim with woohoo. This is a demonstration. So here they go, let's see what happens. At least he'll die happy. So that didn't kill him, but we're not gonna stop now. Okay, and it's happened. So 1 workout at the TV and 2 woohoos was enough for Dennis Kim to die from overexertion. So I think you really have to push it to make this happen. So sorry, Vivian. I gave you a lover and then I ripped him away. So if you don't kill your Elder Sims with woohoo like I've just done, they will live a minimum of 10 days. If they get the long-lived reward trait from completing the bodybuilder aspiration, then more time will be added to their life. A lot more, usually. Sims with this trait will live significantly longer than normal, often long enough to see their children become elders too. The active trait will also add more time onto an elder's life. Like the previous games, the aging bar shows a number of days lived instead of days remaining. Once an Elder Sim's age meter is all the way full, they will pass away sometime in the next 48 hours on a normal lifespan. In The Sims 4, like in The Sims 2, elders don't have any special interactions, but they also don't have the special golden anniversary party like they did in The Sims 2. In fact, the only things that elders can do that adults can't in The Sims 4 are retiring from work, walking slowly, getting the dangerously tired moodlet, and dying of overexertion. Elders who have full-time jobs in The Sims 4 can use their phone to retire at any time, and when they do, they'll receive a daily payment based on their current hourly pay. One thing that I don't like in The Sims 4 is that in the job panel, once a Sim retires, you can't see the job that they retired from, how much their pension is. There's no information here, just the ability to join a career again. So we don't have that little panel like we had in the previous games that showed us the information about their retirement. Like The Sims 3, elders in The Sims 4 can join any job full-time or part-time even after they retire. But once they join a new job, they will no longer receive their pension like they do in The Sims 3. Female Elder Sims, once again, cannot get pregnant without the use of mods anyway. Male Sims can impregnate young adult and adult female Sims, as always. And like in The Sims 3, elder male Sims can get pregnant by alien abduction. So there is one more thing that was added to The Sims 4 for elders. This was added with the nifty knitting stuff pack, and I guess it is technically an elder-specific interaction. They can sit in the new rocking chairs and reminisce. But I mean, that's all there is to it. They just sit there and rock back and forth, and then they have these little bubbles pop up beside them, I guess, that represent the things they're reminiscing about. To be honest with you, this feels very shallow to me. It's not like they're actually reminiscing on things that happened specifically to them. It's just a generic look at me sit here and reminisce. But I had to include this because this is something only elders can do. I really wish this could somehow be tied into a memory system where they would think about actual events in their own lives, like the birth of their children, weddings, deaths, things like that. But this is what we've got. In The Sims 2, elders have golden anniversary parties and the ability to retire from full-time work. In The Sims 3, elders have walking canes, special interactions such as reminiscing about their younger lives and boasting about their grandchildren, and elder males can become pregnant through alien abduction for the first time. In The Sims 4, elders have that vague reminiscing and dying of too much woohoo. Wow. In my personal opinion, elders have far too little content in all of the games. but at least The Sims 3 Generations gave them some consideration. I'm still hopeful we'll get some kind of Generations expansion pack for The Sims 4 that includes more and better content for elders. I'd love to see the return of anniversary parties, walking canes, and even elder-specific clothing again, although I don't think we'll ever get that last one. So what do you think? Leave a comment down below and tell me how you feel about elders. Which ones are your favorites, and what ideas do you have that could improve them in the current game? What are some things on your generational wish list for elders? Let me know. I love to hear all your thoughts on these videos. My name is Cindy, and I will see you with a new video very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Age meter, blah, 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 blah. Life meter? What the hell even is that? What am I saying?